Some of you guys talk back to me on there. And I usually Kelly just did the other day.
Hi, everybody. Everybody who's
Everybody see
watching
it.
live stream. Everybody who's on the recording. Hello, hello. Yay.
Hello, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook. Join us.
Ellie, are you using Project Broadcast too? I see that she said it's so helpful.
I don't remember that she is. She might mean it's helpful when I send it.
I'm not using it, but it's helpful for the reminder when he sends it out. I'm like, oh yeah. Even though I have it on my calendar, it just helps a lot.
You guys notice how
I love the customer idea of it. My Young Living friend that I buy oils from, she uses it as part of her customer care. So
well, I remember there was somebody selling a network marketing product when I was back at the church. And I remember they started, like, I wanted more info. So instead of just sending a video, they send like the text we say to send, but then 1 hour later, it says, hey, Doug, did you get a chance to watch that yet? Then later on, oh, which part did you like best? Was it the shake or the gummies? And then you press shake, now a shake video sends to you or whatever, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of prospecting stuff you could do. But at some point, I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see Julie Herbst doing any of that stuff. And I'm not going to tell you how much they make, but they make a lot of money. And Wendy Campbell's making 6 figures a month. She's not using any of that stuff. So it's like, I don't know, do I really need to do that? And so, not yet. What was I going to say though? I forget now.
what I like about it is that it has a different platform to have your messages in, because my text messages get so junked up. John gets frustrated with me between my computer and my phone that it's like, that's kind of like my memory jogger. And I try to log it into Teamsy or keep track of it all, but it's like, you know, I think if I were to ever get it, it would be so nice to have something separate with all
it's almost like another phone number for your Juice Plus stuff.
Yeah, like that would be nice, because John will like have to, you know, go and clean out my computer, because it's, you know, all the things. He's my tech guy, but when I send like something on a holiday or whatever, it's like 20 million text messages now. So that's what I would think to use it for.
Yeah.
So if you're just joining us, we're talking about Project Broadcast, right? Which broadcasts text to people, or maybe you could use Messenger. It's not something that you need to do, but it's something where you get an individual message. So we send those out for the Lunch and Learn. Amy Getz has been sending them out to us, even reminding us of, you know, register for JP Live, different things that she sends out. Doug's showing us his list here.
Oh, I didn't mean to show you the list. I've been having share problems lately. This one will work, I think. That Project Broadcast?
Yeah, I see what they responded.
So with Project Broadcast, can you tell when they receive the message?
Well, okay, so here's the chat. This is everything that's been sent. So, like, Kristen Winters answered me back. Just so you guys know, I don't always get these. So when I send something, it doesn't tell me if they read it. I might have that option though.
I'm curious, because like I've set up bulk messaging, you know, with my team, and like I get one reply. So I'm assuming they've all gotten that message, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to their text.
Yeah.
The campaigns are nice because here, like, when somebody's new, I just assign them to this campaign. And then these are time lapse, and they get, you know, 30 minutes later, they get this one. Then it says, hey, if you want to respond with the word reminders, well, now all of a sudden they get into this keyword right here.
Okay, cool.
Give them a message which is nice. So they get this message, but then it also auto tags them to the reminders list. So then I include reminders for whenever we're doing a lunch and learn. Now, right now I have it set up manually. That's why sometimes, like
Yeah.
today, I forgot. So it's pretty cool. And I can engaged. So sometimes during a lunch and learn, I'll go on there and I just kind of keep a note of people that are coming on lunch and learns. You know what I mean? Like if I see Nicole Medina's on there, Nicole Medina gets a different tag because now she's kind of higher up. Like I know she wants more of this kind of stuff.
Right.
But there's other people, whereas you'll see, I feel bad because some of you guys probably have teammates that do this, but if you look in here, I can scroll down pretty easy. Here, Anna Marone. She replied, stop. So now you see how she's grayed out? You know, I can see how many people have stopped and stuff. I don't know where to do that. I don't really worry about that. You know, it's kind of like Jim Rohn. I don't sign up for that course.
Yeah.
So Doug, if they replied, hey Doug, if they replied stop, then it takes them out of the broadcast. But does that eliminate any text that you send to them from then on, or no?
Yeah, that's the problem that I don't quite understand because, yeah, I wonder if like, for instance, some people were getting the DMO challenge messages. If they send stop after that, does it take them out of all of my messages or just that? It looks to me like it takes out of all of them. I also get the impression that this is not the most advanced service out there.
Doug,
Given the fact that when I'm in the Facebook group, like I'm talking to the owner, and then oftentimes, you know, the answers aren't so good about questions, I notice. So I've been kind of wondering, like, and it's not that cheap. I'm at the $100 a month plan. That's why we wonder if it's worth it or not, because we're spending $100 a month. And and did you notice how I'm not sending pictures lately? When I was sending pictures, certain phone providers had tagged me as spam or something because there was pictures. Or if you leave a link at the bottom, if the link is the last thing, you'll start not getting them. So then, yeah.
am I supposed to be getting lunch and learn texts every Monday, Wednesday, Friday? I signed up for them, but I'm not getting them, like a reminder.
Not every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
Like today, there was not one.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me check. All right. Well, that's it. You know, there's certain things. Just be careful, everybody. I mean, even to share this makes me a little nervous, but I don't want to be that kind of a leader where it's like we have to keep information from you because you guys can't handle this. It's like you can handle it. It's like there's certain things that are going to happen as your business, as your organization gets bigger. But let's not like go looking for trouble. Trust me, you don't want the problems that come with a bigger team. You just want the paycheck, okay? So you're gonna get the paycheck. Don't add the problems yet. Wait till you need a solution because there's a problem. Like, how do we get everybody to know what's going on? How do we communicate better? Okay, if it was simpler, if we could have just a messenger group, we could do that. You know, but would you want to be in a messenger group with 900 people? No.
Mm-mm.
So this is the best solution for us. And the nice thing is that it's kind of like, remember when Sharon had like a certain version of Zoom, and then it was a new thing, so a lot of people didn't have the paid version. So like we would borrow Sharon's, right? Just borrow it from your upline. If you need a message to go out, if you need a special, I can have team members. So if Michelle wanted to use a little bit of Project Broadcast, she could. I could make her a team member, and then she could have a special tag for like fire, and that's her team. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't even know how that works, but I think it's in there. So just be careful. It's kind of like I worry because sometimes we're all getting training. We're listening to like our virtual upline. We're listening to Eric Worre. We're listening to Ray Higdon. And next thing you know, we're like buying training. We're buying products. We're doing all these things. When the bottom line is the people that are making the most money, they're just talking to a couple of people a day and they keep it simple. You know, I'm looking for more free time. I'm looking for more money and more free time. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That's what I want for you guys too. We don't want complex. We want money and time, baby. All right. Enough. I don't know how we got into project broadcast for 18 minutes, but let's change directions, Sharon.
Okay, let's hear what's on you guys' mind. Is there anything you want to bring to the table so we could discuss it? Something that just happened, some good success, maybe, something. Michelle.
I do, because it was so nice to be buddied up with Nicole yesterday. We haven't teamed up and done an event in so long in person. And we were able to go to a school that was so open-minded that are looking to incorporate the Tower Gardens. Nicole did a phenomenal job of presenting. What we did first was we listened to them though. We asked them about their school and what was it all about. And it was a perfect fit. Once they were raving about their school for the 12, 15 minutes, we got to figure out this is perfect. And they were all over it. So that was so exciting. Like, oh my gosh, I just can't wait to be like side by side by my team again, doing these in-person events. And I love that the school was just like, yes, this is, everything they're doing is in line with adding a Tower Garden and adding several Tower Gardens. So that was exciting. And just to put it out there that there are still organizations and places that are open to having you come in and speak to them. There are places out there that are open. So just wanted to throw that out there. Keep that in mind.
Great. So how did Nicole line that up?
Nicole, do you want to share? Let me see if she's on.
I can share. Hi. Um,
Oh.
I planted the seed. I planted the seed many years ago. She is a baseball mom, and I've been very careful. How do I handle my business with my close friends and families? And little by little, every time when I saw an opportunity, I would bring my salad in a jar. I would take my shake, drink my shake. I will tell her and certain people, but very nice and cordial. And so she's a teacher. She transitioned to become a assistant principal. And when I learned that, I asked her what school and all that. And I Googled the school. And when I saw their vision and mission, I approached her. I know you're in a leadership position now, and I just want to let you know that this is available and I'm so good at it. And I have passion for children. And I think this could be a good match for you guys, and we can incorporate it. I'll share. And I'll let her know about that, the curriculum. And I left it at that. But she knew, she had bought the shakes before and all that. And she had come to one of my salad parties in the past. So last year we didn't talk. I moved, so I'm not in the team anymore. And she reached out, literally, she reached out. And within 2 weeks, we were there yesterday. So planting the seed.
Phenomenal. And I see you have your AirPods on. We were telling some busy mamas that that's the way to go, right? Awesome. And congratulations to Nicole. You're on a committee that was picked to like one of maybe 10 people, maybe 11. And she's how many? 12? And the committee is actually choosing they're helping to direct the whole company. Like, she has been chosen to be that spokesperson, and many of them are national marketing directors. And so for her to be chosen is big. So she's put herself out there. You've seen her doing little talks here and there. She's been on videos, and now look, pretty amazing. So
She knows stuff now. She knows stuff that she's not even allowed to share with us.
Right.
Yes, but if I can share something about that experience, like I've always knew, you guys always been so good at sharing how the company listens to us, and being there and seeing their interest of knowing what can they do to support us in the field was I was drooling all over of happiness and like awe. And also to know that we are not numbers, we are not positions or titles for them. That was like another, that really touched my heart so much, though. we're in the right place, because they know who we are. And I've heard this before, but living it is like, wow, it's amazing. Out of so many thousand people, they know who we are. And not me, because no, they know who we are. And that was, I just wanted to share that. So you guys know that they know who you are. You're not a title. You are not because you earn this much or you bring this much to the table. No, they see our potential. And I love that. And they're doing everything in their power to open more ways, or to let everybody know that you are welcome in this community. And that really touched my heart. So I just wanted to share that, because I cannot share much.
I love hearing your perspective. And so now your belief in the company, and you're helping us to build belief in the company with everybody else, is going to be like a 10. If it wasn't already, it could go beyond 10. And so keep giving us those nuggets, because hearing it from you, because you're actually working with them for how many hours in a day? 6. So 6 hours a day. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you're muted. I guess you are muted. Okay. So 6 hours a day, she's been working with the company. And that's big, that for 3 days. That's big that she said yes to that. So congratulations to you too, Nicole, for making that decision. Even though she's got, a little girl at home, 2 bigger kids, and a husband, and all this stuff, right? She said, yes, this is an opportunity for me to grow and to contribute. So proud of you. Awesome. Okay, so she had planted seeds all along with this school, and then the person reached out to her and she jumped right on it. So preparation plus opportunity equals success. Oh.
And now that you mentioned that, I double booked myself, because I knew I had 3 days with the company, and I say yes to her. I made a mistake, because this can happen. And I just want to share this, because opportunities are all over as long as we speak and the intention is there. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I put it on my calendar like I usually do. And I made the mistake of finishing on Thursday, but like around 9 o'clock. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to when I will end the meeting on my calendar. So when I look at my calendar, when I'm scheduling with my friend in school, she said Thursday 18th, and my spot was open. So I forgot I had committed to this meeting. So then Verily, our sideline, and Madness, she's always the how is it called? Douglas, please help me, or Sharon. We're
income producing
activities. So I was on Wednesday night, I was like, oh my gosh, she was all over in my mind. And I was like, well, I do want to be with corporate. I made the commitment, but also this is an activity that is going to produce money and conversations that I've been, I'm focusing on that. So I reached out to Janet and Laura, who are my leaders that and I let them know what was happening. And they were both like, please go. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. And I just came right back to the meeting, and I was able to do both, and it's a win-win situation. So I just wanted to let everybody know that possibilities are always open.
Wow, that's great. I love it. And I love that they were so accommodating and so gracious about that. Wow. Yay. Okay, so who has some questions, or who has something they want to talk about that's been awesome? Some relative that may have gotten on Juice Plus that you've been wanting, or a friend or whatever, or maybe you watched Valerie Miles, you got a guest on. Maybe you're excited about Wendy Campbell and Catherine Lee tomorrow.
Sharon, I have something I'm excited about.
Great.
That wait. Okay. So I did a terrible job on.
Yes, I'm
okay.
recording.
So what I did today was kind of a terrible version of it, but I think that some of you could do a really good version. So I used this app today. It was called Cut Story. Cut Story. So what it does, you can't hardly see it. Cut Story. It's kind of reddish orange rainbow color. But so I can just shoot a video. So I went out and I just shot a video of like my seedlings, then of my tower gardens. Then I flip it around. I shoot another video of me in front of the tower gardens. And then it's really easy to go in on Cut Story and you load up all the videos you want to use, then you trim each one how you want it. And then you can put music, you can overlay an audio track. So what it happens, it ends up being more like editing it all together, right? That makes sense. It's like a video editor. But then you can say where then when you export it, it says, well, what are you going to use it on? Facebook or Instagram? Because Instagram's 15 seconds, Facebook's 20, I think, or vice versa. I don't know. So I said Instagram, right? So and then it splits them up for me and just downloads 4 brand new videos. And then I can upload them to Instagram. So if you see my story on Insta or Facebook right now, that's what I did it with. I've been avoiding doing it because I'm like, you know what, this is pretty cool. I could probably do cool things with this, but I'm gonna look like an idiot at first. But then I decided, who cares? I'm just gonna look like an idiot, and I'm just gonna make one. So I did, and I'm talking on it. I'm splicing videos, the whole deal. So anyway, I just thought Cut Story was pretty cool because you could fill. Because when you have a long video, I think it might do it automatically anyway. I don't know, but what happens when you have a long video on Instagram?
So would it be good if Doug showed us how to do Cut Story on his phone?
Yeah.
Because I know that just by you describing it, there's no way I'm going to do it. Sorry.
Oh, that's pretty
I
encouraging.
mean, I'll say, Doug, will you do this for me? And that really won't work out either.
Oh, and I'm going to get 15 emails from everybody saying, Doug,
Right.
She's
Everybody
being honest. It sounded like a lot of steps. You got a video, you got a clip, you got to overlay the music. You might want some verbiage in there. It sounded like a lot of steps. And I'm with her. I'll just go live. Screw that.
Now, somebody did mention it. Was it you, Vella? Vella's now turned her camera on, so I'm wondering if she's the one that told us about Cut Story. Who told us about that? I remember.
Yeah, I use Cut Story, and like you said, it's cumbersome. The other one is the it's a GoPro. It's much simpler. It just takes all your video and it creates something out of nothing. So that one is so much simpler.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it isn't hard.
What is that one, Heidel?
It's a GoPro, I think it is. I think it's
Yeah.
GoPro because the one I use, and I get
It's
a lot of
actually
feedback.
it's the app that goes along with GoPro little camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah. It's pretty awesome. But
think
I
it's
wanted to
nice
say
stuff.
something also in reference to, I went and got my lab work some last week and my numbers were terrific. So I sent out a blast, and I'm talking about not only terrific, everything, my cholesterol level, total cholesterol used to be 250 or plus more. And today my total cholesterol is 157. So I'm so grateful
What?
for that. Yeah, 157. And that's the incorporation of, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables from my tower garden every day, every meal.
Wow.
So I sent out a blast to a lot of my clients. I'm thinking about doing like a salad demo in my backyard next week. I'm trying to put that out there.
Awesome. And we've really been pushing friends and family Zooms. If you want to do one, Doug and I'd be glad to help you to invite your people, and then you share however much you want, then I share, then Doug shares, and whoever else from your team can share, like Michelle and whoever. So it's a fun thing.
Just
Bella,
to
are
pick
you-
back up. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just want to know real quick on the health side, you're not eating vegan, are you?
Nope,
pescatarian?
well, I am pescatarian mostly. I just avoid all meats, but I eat fish sometimes. But what I did was I incorporate every meal. I make sure I have kale, collard green, everything is green off of my tower daily. I eat, like I used to eat like probably once a week or twice a week, but every meal there's something green on my plate. And my potassium level, which was always low. So my doctor says, your potassium level is too high, what you've been doing. So I told her I've been incorporating more greens. And she says, well, slow down on the greens. I said, no, I'll drink more water to make sure that, but I'm not going to give up eating my greens because I
Slow down on
see
the
what
greens.
it's doing.
Oh,
No way.
Greens.
No way.
Really?
No way.
Wow. I think that's a good good thing. Every meal you have something from the Tower Garden. I like that. I like it a lot. That's really good. That's good for all of us. And are you steaming it, putting it in your smoothie, making it a salad, like all different things?
I get really creative. I do everything with it.
Wow. Awesome. That's very good inspiration for us. I know for me personally too.
Me too.
Good. Doug's been
I
really
wanted to
good.
share really quick.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, good.
I wanted to share really quick that a success that I had was the Bella and Alicia event, the Love Your Heart event. I took the time and sent an email to my customers, but I have an email list. I don't use it nearly enough. I'm supposed to be sending like a monthly newsletter and I haven't been consistent. So I haven't sent anything out since November. But I said, let me email my customers. And these are customers that some of them are no longer active customers. So I have like customers inactive, and then I have new customers all in there. I sent the email out. And do you know from that email, I have 3 inactive customers that have reordered since I sent that email. And I was like, I know it's not a coincidence. It's the fact that they saw me send them something. And it was probably a reminder that they were like, can you restart my order? Someone went in on my website and placed her own order again. And then another one reinstated her order. 3 in a week. So just saying.
I'm glad.
I hope
Michelle, can you,
everyone
do you
on-
have that, do you have that verbiage from your email? And did you send it from your virtual office?
So, no, I sent it in my Gmail, and I had the flyers for Bella and Alicia's event, the Love Your Heart. So it was just an invitation to the event. It wasn't even like a comeback or anything. It was like, we're having this Love Your Heart event because it's Heart Health Month, and these women will inspire you. Like, I think I posted kind of the same verbiage I had put on my wall about Bella and Alicia. And from that email, 3 people reinstated their orders that hadn't ordered over a year.
And was it a pretty simple, casual email, or was it like long with lots of tech information and?
No, I just posted the pictures. Like I posted the
Okay.
flyer, then I posted Bella's picture, the before, and like everything I did on Facebook, I just took what I put on Facebook and made it an email to my customers and said, you're invited to this, it's Heart Health Month and we're spreading the message of good health or something. Like
Well, I mean, you can get that recording out there too. Yeah,
I
like
know
the
I
whole
had people
set.
respond to me say, oh my gosh, I would love to watch this, but I'm not available. So then I was like, it's going to be recorded. I'll share the recording. And I sent it like a few days ago to someone. She was like, I'm going to watch it now. So it's really stirred up conversation.
That's good. And that, you guys, I mean, there's so many elements of that. There's a lot of follow-up. She was proactive, sent it out, inviting and all that. But the funny thing is that was a brainstorm with me and Michelle. So get a buddy, because a lot of times I won't put things on the books because I don't have a buddy that I'm bouncing ideas off of. So when Michelle and I get together, we're like, all right, let's make up some events. That was a made up event. Okay. So you guys just make up events that sound good to you and then make it happen. And now she's following through. So it's all those steps. And you have this whole community. You can say, oh, I'd really like to have an event with this person, or I'd really like, look at this gallery and say, I pick you. Let's have an event together. Let's brainstorm about some events we can do that would be appealing to my people. And that's how you can make it happen. And then Michelle following through, that's amazing. I think that was an awesome event to send to anybody. And I felt really weird going into talking about Juice Plus afterwards. But I think it went over okay. And then the heart study. People love the heart study. So it kind of has a lot of good stuff in it. It has the inspiration, and then it has a little tiny bit about Juice Plus, okay? So, make up some events.
Before moving on, adding to what Michelle said and giving vision to people, I just want to add that she sent that email a few hours before the event, because I got it. And I'm so glad, because she reminded me, and also just to give vision to people that at times we're like, oh, it's too late, people are not, it's too short of a notice, and look what happened. So it's sending the message, like you say, being proactive.
Yeah, and you might not even have people that come on the event, but sometimes the flyer and you just letting people know, like I sent Dr. Valerie Miles to doctors that I have around town, And, you know, I don't think the one that I really was targeting went on the event, but she can read holistic medicine and, you know, whatever about that, so that I could then invite her to something else. Or I could say, hey, here's a recording by Dr. Miles. It wasn't recorded last night, but here's one. You know, so every event can be an opportunity to send something else. Like you've invited them, but they didn't get to come. So now you either send the video or you send a different video. Say, hey, I think this one would be better for you, whatever. And shows that we have this network of professionals too. Okay, anybody else want to say something? Susan, you look like you've wanted to say something for 40 minutes. Anything? No, she's like, no, it wasn't me. Kristen?
I'll share. So just today, this has just happened. I was playing tennis with a lady who I've been talking with. She noticed my shirt I had on one day and said, do you take Juice Plus? And I said, I do. And she said, well, I do also. And we started a conversation, and she actually, I said, well, do you happen to take the shake? And she said, no, I don't know anything about the shake. And I said, well, let me give you a sample. So I gave her a sample. She's not sure about it because she doesn't like plant milks. So she's going to try it. I said, well, just try it because I don't really either, but with the shake, it's good. So she's going to try it. However, she today ordered from me the berries, the shake, and one other thing. Both of. So I asked her who her rep was, because she'd been taking it for 20 years, and she said, well, actually, I've been doing the one-time orders because I just didn't know when I was wanting to reorder. And I said, well, you know, it's better if you do reorder. And by the way, I will let you know before you get your order that it's coming. And if you want to change it, you can. But it's better if you take it consistently. And she said, well, I've been taking one capsule a day of each color, and that has been working. And I said, not if you're working out, you need to take at least the amount that's recommended. And I explained to her why. And she said, oh, okay. So she said, well, I'm going to just go ahead and order the fruits and berries through you then, because she said, I've been just calling in the company and ordering that way. So is it the same price? And I said, yes, it is. And I also told her about the business, but she is retired and enjoying being retired. So, but anyway, that was kind of a neat thing, because she really didn't want to do the recurring installments. But when I talked to her about it and why it was important, she changed her mind and ended up ordering more products. And I think she's going to order the omegas. But it just goes to show you that you just have to talk to people. And also, I don't know, Nicole looks like she's not there right now, but I've been super proud of Nicole, and she's been doing amazing talking to people, and she got some great business this week. So she's rocking and rolling.
Well, when she comes back, maybe we could grab her. She's probably
yes,
a kid or something. Wow, awesome! I love hearing that. And you're like in the top people who's got a lot of customers this month.
So, and then my other funny story is my tennis coach. He said to me yesterday, gosh, the sun is just killing my skin, you know? And I said, of course it is. Do you take an omega, right? And he said, no. And I went in about why omegas are so good for you and how they can protect your skin and your eyes and your brain. And I just told him my experience that I've had with the omegas, that I haven't sunburn since I've been started on the Omegas. So I actually made up a sample packet for him and gave him some things this morning. And he said, "Oh yeah, Juice Plus. It's the really good stuff, but it's expensive." And I said, well, when you think about it, you're getting all those fruits and vegetables and berries for less than a price of a cup of coffee a day. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I guess that's true." So he has 2 little ones and wants to get them started on something as well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Awesome. Yeah, you're just talking, you're just sharing. He said about the sunburn, so then you offered it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, well, who else has gotten customers this month? Month. Let's hear how you met them or got them. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Okay,
I want to share. Oh, go
I have
ahead.
a new one.
Okay, either one of you guys. Go ahead.
Okay. My new one is someone that I used to work with at the bank 17 years ago when I first moved here. So I did a live video earlier this week about my smoothie, and she saw it because I was eating my Omegas. And she's like, "Wait a second." And she's now raising her son's children because he died a year and a half ago. So she's like 68, has a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, 2 little boys. So she's going to be the quad family health study and hopping into the shred and everything. So yeah, she's really looking forward to feeling better. But she just reached out because of the video and what I talked about in my live video. Yeah.
What did you talk about?
My smoothie and how important it is to be able to get the Omegas in, and the fact that we've been taking product for almost 14 years and why. And I just kind of shared a little bit of my story, how Allie made it through middle school and high school without any ear infections and without any sick days. The only days my daughter missed were the days I pulled her to go skiing.
So this is funny. So for anyone who might be a little fearful of going live, which, probably a lot of us,
Yeah.
Tell us what you were thinking before you just went live. Did you write down your bullet points? Did you get
Never.
play?
I never write it down. I just go with it.
Were you just excited about what you had to share and you thought of it, or you thought, "I need to go live today. I'm going to think of a topic and just start talking"?
I try to do it in the morning when I feel the best. I'm my most awake, my most alert, and whatever just comes to me. I know going live brings people to my wall, brings people to watch things, and creates, activity on my wall. So watching all these GoPro people, like, go live every day. You don't have to plan nothing. So I'm watching this one chick that sells the keto drinks. She is obnoxious. She makes $200,000 a month.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So just go with it. Her live videos are the dumbest things I've ever seen. They're horrible. But she gets $200,000 a month.
I agree. And she goes live also at 8:00 every Monday.
Yeah.
It's the same person.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, that's so interesting too, because there's so many, so this lady's doing like these irritating videos, but she's out there. She's out there.
Exactly.
Doing it.
She's out there.
So I agree. I mean, I know I said that my videos were terrible and stupid and everything, but they're actually going to be awesome. I
told people today what my breakfast was in high school. Twix candy bars.
There you go.
In the drive-through. So I didn't have to go inside and they didn't have to see me as I ordered. It was Coke. That's what I drank. I drank a Coke and a Twix bar for breakfast every day.
Oh my goodness.
No wonder why I felt like hell.
Yeah. I mean, we all have stories like that, right?
So that's what I shared on my live today, because somebody, maybe it was Melissa Hetrick. Somebody asked me the other day what was in my smoothie. So then I'm like, oh, I forgot to tell them what was in my smoothie. So that's where today's came in. Like, well, I guess I should show you what's in my smoothie. So I did another one today and it was the total breakdown. Like I showed the massive amount of spinach. I see people put in like 4 leaves of spinach in their smoothie and they think they're doing great. You need to put in a cup, not just a couple leaves. You put in a whole cup. So you get in your servings, because that's the whole idea. You're trying to get these servings into the smoothie so that you don't have to eat them later on. So, so I just showed people how to do that and how much that I put in there. And then I showed my glass. That was my glass, and my straw was standing up straight in it so they could see how thick it was. And then I bragged on the Complete and how it tastes like a milkshake if you put that in there and you'll never miss it, so yeah. I just roll with it. I don't write nothing down.
Okay, great. And it's working for you.
It works.
I've seen a lot of you guys that it's worked for.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You just have to get over the fear factor. Really, you can see how many people are watching you, and it's like 3, 4, 5. I mean, you're lucky if you get over 20 for me, all at one time.
Oh, that's true.
I get them to come on later. So
Yeah.
I don't even worry about it. If they come on and I see them on there, yes, I say, hi, how are you? I acknowledge their presence so that they'll stay. Like
you gotta you gotta like re-talk your brain before you go on there. Like, people are supposedly my friends, right? They don't mind that they're gonna now see me live, and I have something good to share with people. Like, you have to talk your way into getting on live, because I know I need to. I have to talk myself into it,
And it doesn't have to be perfect. Your kitchen doesn't even need to be clean, because nobody wants to see that you cleaned your kitchen. I had pans on my stove and everything, I mean.
Oh,
it's
pants.
just the way it is.
You said pants with a T.
That's possible too, but it wouldn't be a problem.
Right. Not a problem for Gwen. Okay.
Because
you're back.
True. Like, don't say, oh, I'm going live. So then you create all this content and it's a heavy thing. Nobody wants to see that. They just want you to go live and say, oh my gosh, I got to show you guys this smoothie. I'm so in love with this smoothie. Okay, so this is how I make it. Yeah. And you just show them how to make it. You blend it, you drink it, boom, done.
It's just like sending out a canned text message to everybody. They all know it. They all know it. You sitting there reading your notes and all that stuff. They can tell.
Right.
Right. They just want to see you.
That's right. How many times do you watch people's videos on here, not for what their content is, just because it's your friend?
Yeah.
Right.
You want to see what they're doing. So that's what you got to think. They just want to see you. They don't care. They really don't care.
I wish more of my friends would do that. Like from high school,
Yeah.
Be fun.
Cool. Okay, Nicole Medina, we heard you're a superstar this week. Let's hear about it. What you got going on?
Well, so, I started my new job in December as a mobile notary. So I'm going around to, basically to people's homes, although occasionally it's other places, but closing on mortgage refinances and purchases and stuff. And so at first, like before, when I worked at the preschool, I kind of always had this like reservation of sharing. If the opportunity presented itself, I would, but I was always a little hesitant because I was afraid I would be crossing lines. And I kind of started that way with this too. And I was like, but there's been quite a few people, like, when you're sitting there signing papers with people, they're sharing all this like personal information with you. Some people really share a lot and you're like, wow, I do not need to know all that. But I'm like, someone, I forget, I think it was Sandy, said to me one day, she's like, if someone is telling you something, even if they're just putting it out on Facebook, but they're talking about their struggles, then in a way, they're asking for help. And so I kind of took that advice and I was like, you know what, when people are sharing their health struggles with me, when I'm out, at their house signing papers, I'm going to start just, asking questions and sharing. And so I've done that and I've had really good response. Sometimes not so much. And sometimes the opportunity doesn't present itself. But other times I've had people really interested and excited. So I'm like super excited about that.
That's awesome. You're working it into your new job. You weren't able to really share at the preschool.
Right.
So now, I mean, and you're really good one-on-one talking to people. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. People tell me things that I wouldn't expect, you know, like, I don't know. I think I just have it written across my face. Share really personal information with me.
That's awesome. Well, you know, and she's just intentional. She could talk about a lot of different things, but she's got, you know, in her toolbox, I got some Juice Plus for you. This is gonna help.
Right.
And she's got other things in her toolbox, but this is her business, so she's gonna make sure she's intentionally sharing that. She's not gonna take up the whole time with it, but she's gonna work it in, right? You're working
Right.
it into your day. And that's what you
Yep.
gotta do. You gotta figure out, how can I work it into my day?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know I wanted Gabby to share, because I know I was at lunch yesterday. She's always like, okay, what about this? What about this? So I know she got a customer too in the last couple of days, because she was asking about the shake and the family health study. I think those were the last couple of questions.
So the one that was asking about the shake, she's been asking me all kinds of questions for the past week or two. So I haven't landed her yet, but she's still talking to me about questions on things. I guess she's doing her own research and still asking me more questions, but I haven't gotten her yet. I did get a couple new customers though. One was one of my really close friends from middle school. We went to middle school, same school, charter school, from 6th grade until 12th grade. And her and I still talk. She has a twin sister too. I went out with her to dinner a little bit to catch up, because we had like a little bit of a break where we haven't seen each other. So I went to dinner with her and mentioned to her what I've been doing, and talked to her about that stuff. And she sounded really interested, because she's been trying to get into her health and working out more and doing that kind of stuff. So we just brushed upon what I was doing, and she thought of her mom, because she wants her mom to be, you know, healthier and get on the right track. So I've been inviting them to my friends and family Zooms, and they haven't been able to make it. So finally, we had the Love Yourself event, and I invited them both there. They both came on together, and so I had FaceTimed them after the event to see what they thought and everything. And so we were on a FaceTime together, and they loved it. They thought it was really awesome. They liked, didn't hear too much about the Juice Plus, but I had mentioned the McDonald's study to them before. So they were like, oh, you know this one, you know, they already knew it. So she actually ordered right there on FaceTime, the mom. And she's like, I never do anything for myself. She's like, I know I don't, you know, eat right, and I know I need these things. So that's actually really cool. You brought this up to me. So she was super excited about that, and ordered the trio. She was like, yeah, first she wanted to order probably just the fruits and vegetables. And then after that, Love Yourself event, she's like, no, go big or go home, Gab. I'm going to get the trio. So she did that. And then my other customer happened to be my dad's girlfriend has this coworker, and mentioned to her that she was taking the Juice Plus, and the coworker has taken it before and knew about the Juice Plus already, but she has a son, a 4-year-old, that she wanted to do the gummies for and maybe get back into herself. So she had reached out to me, like already intending to do the gummies. So she just had questions about pricing and stuff again. So she ended up ordering gummies through me for herself and her son. So.
Okay, so I'm hearing that the people who Gabby's talking to are talking to other people.
Yeah.
How awesome is that? So you've got the two on FaceTime where I think maybe one of them is your friend, but the other one is the mom. And then you've got, I could be wrong, and you're like, and then you got the dad's girlfriend told the friend at work. So now you've got that person as a customer. I mean, incredible. So, you know, people are talking. And also what I heard was you had your friends and family call, but they couldn't come. So then you invited them to the Love Yourself event. And then you went out to dinner. And then you followed up after the Love Yourself event. So that, right? On that one. So that's like 4 different exposures. And then she got it on FaceTime. So, you know,
They were
It-
texting me through the event, so afterwards I called them and
Right.
They were-
And sometimes it takes guts to do that call too. So anyway, well, I'll let Doug close this up because we're at the very last couple of minutes. But I love hearing from you guys. I think it's valuable to hear how are we sharing and to hear, it's happening, so that you can have that boldness to go out and share with other people. Thanks.
Yeah, is everybody feeling inspired? You should.
Cut their cameras off. Or you guys.
Everybody's like, "Rah."
Where are you? Okay, show your faces, guys, so we can feel like we're on Zoom.
All right, I'll give you so you know how like we've been talking about campaigns a little bit. Campaigns are like when you have a certain way you're going to share. And I don't know how I feel about like the whole team saying, okay, this week we're going to share with dentists, only dentists, I don't know about all that. But I've been trying to do this thing with myself where I'm just calling it a micro campaign. I'm calling it to myself because I'm the only one I'm talking to about this. But so I choose like a certain group from my past. For me, it's going to be former students. So I'm just going through my list of former students and reaching out and reconnecting relationships. And I'm just finding that because there's so many people you can talk to, it's helping me to narrow in. So like for you to say, oh, high school, I'm gonna talk to my high school friends. I'm gonna talk to my coworkers. I'm gonna talk to blah, blah, blah. So just an idea. Just make sure you guys are sharing. I mean, there's a lot of momentum going on in the company. There's a lot of excitement. There's new ways for our relaxed requirements for promotions. We can all do this, guys. So let's remember, share. Don't forget to share the business. And Sharon, do we got anything? Locals? We got a Tower Garden open house workshop tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about how to harvest, when to harvest. I got a lettuce that's bolted like 4 feet high. I've been growing it out inappropriately for tomorrow. And then I have a kale plant that got so big that it killed itself and it's just hanging there half alive. So I'm gonna let everybody see that, and then see that if you let it get too big, you can't even get it out of the
Kathy
hole.
wants you to do it live, honey.
Oh,
I
we
was
can
just gonna
live.
say that, please. Yes.
Okay, we can do that. Maybe.
We'll try. It gets a little hectic. Even if you just have a few people, it's like you got all these conversations you're juggling.
Yeah.
We can
And
try.
in closing, let me answer, Natalie, you logged off, but earlier you asked, are people sharing in person? Absolutely. People are sharing in person. Some people prefer more one-on-one. I do, rather than big events. But people are sharing one-on-one, especially since you live in South Florida. So it's not like you're where Gwen is. She can't really go to a coffee shop. We can literally go to Starbucks and meet up right now. It's possible. Well done. So one-on-one is great. If you however you feel, whatever you're feeling, do it. Just do it. And do a little bit of what you're not feeling too, like going live. Get uncomfortable.
I must have typed in the wrong thing, but I meant like this group, Lunch and Learn, and the Juice Plus community. Are any of you guys meeting up in person?
Not so much. I mean, we did go meet somebody on Michelle's team just now. She's a doctor. She has an office. We wanted to see her. It's in our own town, so we wanted to see the office, connect to there, and then. But that was really, we're connecting with her, and then the next step, of course, is now we're going to get on and do a Zoom coaching where we're going to use the coaching worksheets and get next steps going. So, but we're not meeting up socially necessarily. Some people might be, but
Sometimes for lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you advertise that or put that? You're tickling me.
Oh, we
Oh,
haven't
no,
really
we-
done like a
no,
team get
we haven't been
together.
doing team get together.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Someday. We used
Maybe someday.
Happy hour on the beach.
Yeah, we could do a
Speaking
beach thing.
Speaking of team gatherings, are you guys planning anything for the conference or no?
Yeah, Nicole did ask us that, honey. I think that we're just not comfortable with massive amounts of people, and if we are, it's in the mask and in our backyard for an hour.
Right.
So we're doing what's comfortable for us in this pandemic. But
I know there's some people in other parts of the country that are doing things in their houses. So, yeah, I know you guys were asking because you have a really great invite from some sidelines.
I would go with the invite, Nicole.
I would go with that. That looks like a good one. Yeah.
It sounded really good.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous.
You could come up. I'm sure
Alright.
she'd be welcome to you coming too.
Okay. And I don't think we're going to Plant City this weekend. We're gonna do the Tower Garden stuff.
Okay. Yeah, because I have a show on Sunday. So
A vendor booth?
yes. Yep.
Okay.
Well, if we change our mind, maybe we'll stop by your booth.
Yes.
That would
Come on
actually
over.
get Doug to get in the car to go, so.
Yeah, that sounds fun. All right, guys.
It's at a brewery, so even better.
Oh, come on. She's throwing it all in
Way
there.
to go, Nicole.
Gabby, I've always wanted to do something at what's the name of that place that makes Hop Gun? That our brewery over in
Funky Buddha.
Yeah, Funky Buddha. What a great
Yeah.
venue that is. Because they
Yeah,
got those
I
roll
haven't
up
been
things.
yet, but it.
Oh, and it's right on the train track, and it's right next to like a community garden. So there's
Yeah.
so much potential with
And they've got good beer.
Funky Buddha's good.
Maybe we should just have a Tower Garden event in front of the garden by the dog park.
Maybe
Fun.
so.
Yes. They shouldn't get that garden.
You got a note in there in the chat, Gabby. Thank you.
Gabby's on fire.
Thank you, Nicole.
Nicole is
trying.
on fire too. Nicole is
All right.
on fire also.
Is today a dog park day or is it a work day?
Oh, it's a work day. I'm gonna be working till 11 tonight. Ugh.
All right.
Extra
Don't worry, you're
discount.
gonna meet people and you're gonna make money. It's good.
Yes.
Everybody, you guys have a great day. So much good stuff going on. Appreciate all you guys a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.